It's the real estate show. We've come to sell DR.
Am I still on? Pop-up. It's Monday morning. We got some hot properties for you. I gave myself a B12 shot this week. Buckle up and welcome aboard. Sorry to the folks out there that hate my open. I'm a radio guy. And it kind of sets me up for my momentum for coming in. So I know you don't like it. I know it's a little dark. I know it's long and you're turning off. But this is a long form broadcast. So if you got to skip by the open because you don't like it, okay. I'm okay with it. I do appreciate your feedback, though. I do listen. And I can be closed. This is the channel on YouTube. Buying Dominican Republic. Timestamp. What's the date today? 23rd? 24th. I do know it's Monday, so I'm good there. 1.91K, so we're approaching 2K. We're approaching 1 million views on the channel, which, compared to my other channel, we can't continue to talk about my other channel that used to make me $1,500 a month. 985,085 views. So can you get me over the mill? And I'm still trying to work out my address to get payment down, but we got 1,000 videos on this channel and just approaching 1 million views. So touch it up. We're broadcasting live right here, right now, I do believe. I hope so. Let's refresh this, see if we got a new feed going there. This should be the only place on Twitter. Oh, no. I think I'm live on a couple accounts on Twitter. Twitter gave me my @JimFannon back, but pretty much @JimFannon lives is my main account now. Elon gave me my suspended accounts after I was targeted by the radical lefties. This is Dominican Republic real estate on Facebook. That is a picture of the beach out front of Infinity Blue, which is a really cool spot on the North Shore, not too far from Casa Marina. And this is my profile on Point2 Homes. I've got over 100 listings there. Surely you can find one that you want to buy. Summer is coming for you in North America. That means that you get your weather back. And for us in the Dominican Republic, it means from now until about December, we're going to have daily highs of close to 100 and nightly lows of 75, which is not enough to cool you down. But I'm not complaining. Last night was 66 degrees, beautiful. But we can see that the nightly lows are not going to go below 70 much anymore. Just in an unrelated post, this has not been made public yet, but this is a video of me jabbing myself with a needle full of B12.
And he gave me one last Friday, and I'm supposed to take them every week, but he's traveling for a few weeks. So I'm on my own over here. So this is my first injection, self-injection. I don't like needles.
I didn't actually
the
get
nurse giving it to me is
the
really
camera
cheap.
angle correctly, so you don't actually see it going into the skin. But you do get.
So I didn't even bother with the
Usually I pass out when I get. Sometimes I pass out when I get needles.
I'm just gonna.
So the fact that I actually did this myself is a huge win for me.
As good as any spot to do it right on me.
But I think I'll put it in my glute next time because I had a little boo-boo in my thigh after jabbing myself. Like my muscle twitched after I put the after I put the needle in. My thigh muscle went tweak, and it left me with a little bit of a boo-boo inside my
I don't know how you're supposed to
thigh. This is crazy. I can't believe I did this. I gotta pass out just watching it.
go. So
I think I did a video voiceover of this. That might have been too loud for you. I will do whatever it takes to create content on my YouTube channel. Nobody wants to see you inject yourself with some B12 and
Make sure it's empty.
glutamine. I don't know what else is in
Pull it
there.
straight out. And just dispose of this in it.
Just dispose of it anywhere. Okay, that's funny, all right? Don't take it literally. I didn't just dispose of it anywhere. I threw it out in the playground for the kids to play with. Anyway, pretty proud of myself. So I'm on the B12 train. I went to see my boy Andy Jean. You've seen him. You've seen him on the show with me before. My lips are not working so great so far. And Andy Jean, I call him AJ. He's a digital nomad, and he's involved in the B12 stores in North America. And so he came down and he hooked me up with the shot. But because he's traveling, he gave me a shot. I was a big boy and didn't pass out. Why is my mouse giving me such a hard time? And as I said in the video below, it's like it's a head fake, right? It's I talk myself into passing out because I'm not really scared of needles, but for some reason, when I was a child and I was getting allergy shots, I went to my Dr. Shohan, who took over for Zaritsky, my GP that delivered me, and Shohan would give me the needle, or the nurse would give me the needle, and then I walked out the front door and all the way around the covered deck and down the stairs and across the parking lot in front of my mother's car and passed right out. So they made me sit down for 5 or 10 minutes and make sure that I wasn't going to lose consciousness before I left the doctor's office. So I've always had kind of like a thing for needles. So AG gave me the shot. I didn't get nauseous. I didn't get faint. I drove the bike home in the dark from his house, which is just down the street, and it worked out pretty well. And I realized that I should have went to the bathroom before I started broadcasting, because now I got to find a video to play for you so that I can, like, before you leave the house, use the bathroom. Before you start broadcasting, make sure that you got all the coffee out of you. By the way, Dominican coffee is the best coffee ever. Huge fan. This is the website, vivadominican.com. All the links for the listings that I'm going to show you are below in the below or above, below in the show description. And this one's one of them. We're working on it. The website has gone through a bunch of transformations. We've had a change of strategy, a change of staff, and it'll never be done, but it's getting there. And no. 309 in Casa Linda. Now, Casa Linda is seeing significant pressure on resale homes prices. Not pressure to sell, but pressure on upwards on prices because of recent activity. And this is one of them. This is an 1,100 square foot. Hello, where's my pictures? 1,100 square foot, 2-bedroom Capri. And we refer to it as the Red House in Casa Linda. 309, 1,100 square foot, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. It's got an 8,000 gallon in-ground pool. It's fenced. And as you can see, the gardens and the trees and the shrubberies are massive and mature. So you can still buy in Casa Linda Phase 12. They've got a couple lots there, but it doesn't deliver for about a year. And when you buy a resale in an established part of the park or the complex, what do you call Casa Linda? The subdivision? You don't have to worry about construction, dust, and waiting for your shrubbery to mature. It's all there. It's done. So this is a good deal at 309, and there's been significant pressure on prices in Casa Linda for resale products, but not the ones that are needing work. Just the cream puffs, just the ones that are locked and loaded, turnkey. And what does it say above there? Think FUI? Think, I don't know what it says up there. Who cares? So to the commenter on my YouTube channel that said, well, why is this 309 when there's a couple in there at 259, 269? There's a lot of inventory out here that's unavailable. You don't need to have a regulated license in Dominican Republic. Anyone can be a realtor on the island. And I've done other shows before where I'm looking to recruit someone from North America or even someone from Dominican Republic, a young boy, let's say, a young man that knows the language, has a car, and is hungry to bang. And I mean phones and doors and deals and listings and all that kind of stuff. So you can come down here and we can put you to work immediately. In fact, we're going to talk about this later. It's going to be a quick hitter today. I've got a 1-bedroom condo on the main floor that faces one of the biggest pools in Sosua in a complex of 121 units that you can rent for, I don't know, $500 a month. If I'm really down with you and I want you to be my tenant and you're going to commit to a long term, even if you're not committed, I'm asking $650 plus hydro right now. Hydro's about $20 a month. But I'm flexible. It's available May 1st. So if you want to take a 1-month vacation, I've got a place for you to stay. It's perfect. Lots of expats here. A nice mix of locals and expats. And we can put you to work right away. And before you leave the island, maybe you can make some money. No, you won't be able to take it all with you, but I can help you wire transfer it back to yourself in Canada or the United States, wherever you're coming from. So you don't need a license to be a realtor down here. And realtors are not, including myself, are not very good about updating their listings. So a listing like this, after it sells, might stay in the system on point 2, and this is in point 2, might stay there forever. Like you have to keep renewing it every 30 or 90 days. It says, this thing's expired. So the sold ones, when they come up for me, I will just let them expire and go to the archive section. I don't, renew them all the time. But when you've got 100 listings and they're constantly selling, I don't really make the time to go in and make sure that they're all accurate. And that goes the same for a lot of quote-unquote agents down here. So I'm thinking that if you're seeing a property in Casa Linda under $300,000, I'd be very skeptical if it didn't need some work or it was actually available. Okay? So this one's available, and it needs nothing. It's turnkey. It's mint. It's beautiful, and I have a walkthrough. Oh, and this is 2 minutes, so that'll give me the 19 seconds plus travel time that it's going to take me to make sure that I let the coffee out. So here you go. I'm going to let you listen to the music. Oh, what happened? What happened? The music is by Matt McPherson, who used to go by M Factor. Somebody commented on the YouTube channel. Yeah, bring on the comments. You're not hurting my feelings. That the music I pick is foreboding. I think that means like scary or kind of like ominous, like something bad's coming. Something bad is coming. I use this song, one, because I love it. Two, it's copyright free. And basically it's mine to use. So if that, thanks Matt McPherson and M Factor for this. I'm just going to let it play and I'll be back in a minute. Oh, hard cut. I don't like when the video overruns my music. What's going on here? Why is it playing over? Oh, hard cut. Oh, I don't like when the... Uh-oh. Oh, we seem to have an echo there for a minute. It's probably picking up the live feed off my channel. That scares me. So that's a brand new listing in Casa Linda. Terraza Tropimar. This is residential Tropimar. But in Terraza Tropimar, I've got a bunch of listings in one of the best buildings in Sosua, around one of the nicest pools, the largest pool with a deep end that you can dive in, not one of these kids waiting pools. We already touched on the rental I've got. It's in Terraza Tropimar as well. They've got laundry service, a maid service. If you want to pay for it, it's cheap. You can get into a rental situation on the main floor with not a lot of stairs, facing the pool and backing onto, well, which is the driveway pretty much. But up here, there's no traffic. I'm around if anything happens or you need immediate help. My tenant in there right now is in there to the 29th. It becomes available on the 1st of May, and he couldn't figure out how to light the oven. So I went over and helped him. Wi-Fi is included. Propane is freshly stocked. There's a brand new air conditioner. So you're all set. So we talked about the rental. $500, I'll get you in there. If you take it from May 1st, I'll give it to you for $500. Special deal right now for anyone watching. $500 American. Now this one is across the street in Residencia Tropimar. When I first moved to town, this is the place I lived in. Not this specific, that building, but not this specific unit. This specific unit is that. It's on the main floor. It's just inside the gate to the left. That's the parking out front. It's free parking. The fees are low here. It's 5,000 pesos a month, which is basically $100. They've purchased and are renovating a brand new property. And this one is about 60 meters squared, so roughly 600 square feet. That's the small bedroom. Now, they made this into a bedroom, but that wall can come out. It's a non-supporting wall. A bedroom with a laundry facility and backing onto the driveway. Well, I got an automatic washing machine. It comes furnished. Nice quiet area. This one's $82,000. Now, wait a minute. Was there no... This is really like a studio. I went through it quickly, but like there's no living... Where's the living area? Okay, so that bedroom, I think they took off the living room. They put a wall up and they made that into the second bedroom. But this is really a one bedroom with a living... That would be the living room there. So yeah, this is the facility. It's cheapy almost for free as far as the condo fees go. There's me giving me my shot. $82,000. And if you don't love the price, then try an offer. You know, when I first came to town, most of the stuff down here was just selling for full pop. If you don't want it, find something else. No, we're not taking less. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that they're all that way. This one is this is my 2-bedroom penthouse. Now, the owner wants me to call it 3 bedrooms, so there's really not, because you'll see upstairs, it's a gazebo. It's like a 4-season room. There's no 4 seasons down here. But I can only find 2 bedrooms. There's one there and one on the right. Did I do a video of the bedrooms? I think I did. 2-bedroom, 3-bath. And both of the bathrooms have ensuite privilege with showers. It's nicely kept. It's a 2-story, so you've got the penthouse, which is the top floor, and it's the second and third floors. There's the privilege door that accesses the master bath. Good-sized rooms here. Look at that. Hard to find here. In this complex, mostly there are 1-bedrooms and smaller 2-bedrooms. This one's a very large 2-bedroom. Most of the stuff comes furnished. This one's $199. Again, if you don't love the price, but you're interested and you've got your cash out and you're ready to go, make an offer. There is financing down here through Scotiabank, 35% down. You got a bunch of hoops to jump through, but expats can actually get financing on the island. They just don't want to know that you have another property. This has to be like where you live. So if you're living at home and you own your own home, hey gato. Poco gato. Now this is what he's calling the 3rd bedroom, but to me, sure, it can be a bedroom, but you see that there's really no closets there, and it's all glass, and that's kind of cheating to call that a bedroom. That's just a massive sunroom. And this is the roof. You got a view of the ocean and downtown in the distance. That's the parking lot right there. It's free as far as access, and it's safe. There's cameras all over this facility. Now, you could also split this off to make this, not only could you make that sunroom a bedroom, but there's separate access to this. So you can make this a completely separate apartment, like a suite. There's a washing machine behind that curtain. So this one's $199. Again, if you don't love it, try an offer. And if you want the contact for my local Scotiabank bank manager, I can put you in touch with him, and he can get you all squared away so that you can buy it with 35% down. And the rates are pretty good. So listed at $199, a large 2-bedroom, 3-bath, furnished with a great view on the top. Okay? Terraza Tropimar. Just another example of some good deals up here. And these are the details. Oh, no, this is a completely different one. Okay, so this is one I'm really excited about. This is very unique from the standpoint of not only is it hard to find a 3-bedroom condo on this island, but it's hard to find one under 150. And this is it. Again, Terraza Tropimar, one of my favorites. A 3-bedroom, 1,400 square foot, 2-bathroom, 2 master en-suites. The only thing with this one is, as you can see from the video, well, first, this is a main floor patio, and there's a garden in front. So you could actually grow some vegetables. That's the secondary bedroom that doubles as a laundry room. Now, this is in the front. And in the front, we call the front like the roadside, but it's not a road. It's pretty much a driveway. Nobody comes up in it unless they're coming to these 2 buildings, Residential Tropimar across the street and Terraza Tropimar right here. You can see the room sizes are great. That's the living room kitchen. And there's where your garden would go if you want a little one on the corners or whatever. But there's a nice grassy spot right there. Again, very mature bushes and trees. The gardens in this complex are amazing. Comes furnished. I do have a video of this as well, which I can show you. It's locked up. 149, a 1,400 square foot 3-bedroom, 2 master baths. The masters have patios. You can see here, there's a patio that looks out over the gardens and the pools. There's 2 pools here. You see in the top right corner there, that's the large pool, but there's a kiddie pool too. I don't think I have a picture of the kiddie pool or a wading pool or what have you. And it's got a jacuzzi in the end. Very cool. So for 149, damn, you put what, 50K down, finance 100. That's about a third. Yeah, maybe 50K, something like that. Finance 100 and carry it. And this is great for short-term rentals or even long-term rentals. And let's just dial back the music, and I'll take you on a walk through. So there's the driveway. Again, I guess you can call it the street, but it's more a driveway. A nice rock wall out there. This was an all-inclusive resort at one time. So it's overbuilt. There's the garden area. Nice grassy, well, it's not a knoll, grassy flats. Security's huge here, but you don't really need the bars on the windows because there's cameras everywhere. We just don't have break-ins here that often. And if we do, it's because you left your keys in the door. This is access to the back stairway. And that out there is another, I should have had that drape pulled. But out there is another balcony, a private balcony, which you can see better in the other master. You can come in right off the street where there's no stairs. So it's already wheelchair accessible. It comes furnished. It's got lots of storage. There you can see what the balconies look like and what it looks out at. Super quiet in this complex. We have 24-hour generator backup, so you never go without electricity. I'm getting out of the habit of saying hydro because nobody knows what hydro means unless you're from Ontario and Quebec doesn't understand what hydro means either. Francophones, this is a really popular place for francophones and anglophones. My current tenant right now is an anglophone. Good guy. Francophones, whatever. Relocate, this is a great listing. It's at $29,000 US dollars. It's a business only. She started out in the first year and was profitable. And second year, she doubled her gross income. And now in her third year, she's on track to double her gross income again. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I can tell you that the ROI is less than a year. And at $29,900, you can figure out what the profit is. And there's room to make more money here. There's room to increase her hours of operation. She's got a great reputation. It's called K-Loque. Q-U-E-L-O-Q-U-E. K-Loque. It's like, it's slang for what's up. What are you doing? ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué-Loque? That's what the kids say. ¿Qué-Loque? She's got a great reputation. She often sells out of her daily specials. There's the menus. And she's just tired. She wants out. She's relocating. And the business is not in trouble. She's not having trouble paying the rent, as somebody said on the YouTube. I love, I post a little bit here and there on social media. And you get the naysayers, you get the negative Nancy's that come out and they're like, there's so much for sale, and what's going on in Sosua? Everything's for sale. All the businesses are for sale. Everyone's closing. They can't pay their rent. No, Sosua's on the upswing, man. They're building like crazy in Sosua. You see all these abandoned buildings that have been neglected for years and decades are being rebuilt now. Sosua's on the upswing. And this was about, 75 meters from the beach. And she's got a good little business going here. See if I can cut this a little bit better. My mouse is giving me a hell of a hard time today. I think I need a mouse pad. So it's on the main drag. That's Don Andres across the street. That's Casa Marina down the street. And down that street right there is Spanky's, one of my favorite bars. And so this is right in the heart. You could live off of the Casa Marina business. Now, the current owner, Lisa, has not really exploited that as a revenue stream, but you could certainly do a better job of taking care of the tourists that are staying in the all-inclusive resort where the food is like an all-inclusive resort normally is, of getting them over here. And she's closed Saturday morning. She opens at 5 o'clock Saturday. And she's closed Sunday nights, and she's closed every day at about 8 o'clock. So you could really extend the hours here and increase your business. And if you stayed with her menu, I think you'd do well. I know you do well because she's already got a really good repeat client base. Now it's mostly expats, a lot of Canadians. Most of her business is Canadians. But every Wednesday you can get pierogies there, and they're 600 pesos. That's $12. Now, you can't get pierogies on the island unless an expat is making them. And she sells out every week. She has a Big Mac look-alike, like a fake Big Mac, but it's actually better than the Big Mac. And when she puts the Big Mac, it's on the regular menu, but when she makes it the daily special, she'll sell 20 of them. And her margins are great. Like $12 for pierogies doesn't sound like a whole lot, but down here, when lunch costs you 300 pesos, it's double what normally you'd get for like a local meal. And people pay it gladly because you can't get pierogies with sour cream and real bacon. They have bacon down here, but it doesn't taste like, the good bacon from home, like Ontario. So it's business only. The lease is $700 a month. She's got a good, solid business there. And the ROI is 1 year. This one is not for everyone, okay? But it's for me. This guy's actually from my hometown. I came all the way to Sosua to meet a guy from St. Catharines that owns a 17-room hotel with 10 titles. I've spoken about this quite a lot. It's $800,000. And 10 titles means that you can do a nice renovation to make them condos and then sell 10 condos. I would sell 9 and keep the penthouse as part of the profit. And the profit's got to be double your money. So if you spend $800 on the purchase, $200,000 is way more than you need to do to renovate this place. But even if you spent $200, you'd be into it for $1 million. The resale of the 10 units is 2.2. So you should make 1.2 million on it. If you kept the upstairs, the top level penthouse for yourself, make that 200,000. Then you're still you're gonna have a property, a beautiful penthouse suite, and you put $1 million in your jeans over a year. This is the area. So this is walking out of Spanky's, which is Canadian owned. That's Casa Marina there to the right. Casa Marina is a 600-room resort. $60 million if you want to buy it. I can't remember what their net is. It's got to be $5 million a year or something like that. It's $80-$90 per night, and multiply that times 600, and multiply that times 365, and then multiply that by 0.75. Guaranteed their occupancy is probably more than 75%. That's the Galleria, their condos. This corner down here is kind of blown out. It was purchased by another American, and he's tearing it down. It could be in play with Sunset Beacher. Sunset Beacher is, you're not going to find it on Google Maps or anything like that because it's a non-operating hotel. He just uses it for friends. That's Sosua by the Sea, which was recently resold. There's almost 100 condo titles in there. So this could be transformed into a little condominium community and still have a hotel attached. Down at the end of that street, that's the new Marriott right there. It's probably a $25 or $30 million hotel under construction. But to the left of that, it's Ocean, what do you call it? Sosua Paradise? I thought it was called Ocean something. Whatever. That one goes up to $4,000 a night per room. But they start around $800 a night. So, because this property is located in the heart of the hotel and resort district, you don't have to worry about over improving the rooms. You could 5-star every single room in there, run it as a hotel, or 5-star it and sell them off as condominiums and put the profit in your pocket. And you should be able to do that reno in a year. I bet you could do the reno and have it all sold in a year. We've got good contractors down here. We've got good lawyers you can trust. Guido Perdomo is the guy that I use almost exclusively for everything. Solid guy. He's got a trust account in New York and Miami. So your money goes to his trust account in the United States, pending closing during the, what do they call it? What's the American term for the due diligence period? Escrow. So you put your money, and I gotta look at that a rainbow. And this is the access to the beach. I don't think I walked down there in this video. Maybe I do. This is Sosua by the Sea, and this is the public access to Casa Marina Beach. So Casa Marina, there's no private beaches here, but there's only 2 ways to get to this beach. One, if you're at Casa Marina, you can just walk to it right out front of the resort. Or 2, this is your public access to it. And it's a really solid space to watch sunsets. And the water is crystal clear here. You'll find that different spots, like Cabarete is windy all day, so you see the sediment gets stirred up. But over here, it's in a little cove. It's got huge rock formations on the left and the right. So when you're in the water here, you can see right down to the bottom. Like, it doesn't matter. Even at 40 feet in this cove, you can see clearly right down all the fish. Somebody dropped their sunglasses. That's Casa Marina Beach there. When we were on one of the boats out there, and it was 40 feet down, and you could see them. In fact, her husband dove down to the bottom. There's no seaweed. There's no rocks on the bottom. It's all sand. So he did a 40-foot dive and went and grabbed them and came back up. I'm like, oh, that is so cool. I watched him do it with with a mask. So that's Casa Marina Beach. It's nice and shallow for a decent distance out. But yeah, if you're in 40 feet, you already can't touch. But this is access. This is the public access to Casa Marina Beach, which is steps from Sunset Beacher, which you can buy for $800,000. I don't know who that guy is. I try not to put the locals on unless I have permission, because people don't like to be filmed, especially the girls. If they're working girls, they have other lives. They don't want to be identified as a working girl in Sosua, but it is what it is. So you've heard about this one before. It's still available. It's not for everyone. It takes vision, and it's going to take a little bit of coin resources. Casa Linda, you can still get in, and you can buy this one right now for $250. In phase 12, it delivers in a year, and this is what it looks like. If you catch them when they're cleaning, this is what it looks like. Let's see, I'll give you a better cut here. All right, so Casa Linda, you can get into this. This is phase 12. You can get into it for $25,000. Oh, what's this? Oh, no. Still not over that. $25,000 down, hold your lot. Then when you break ground, usually it's 6 or 7 months from the deposit date, depending on the phase that you purchased in. There is an elevation component as well that might apply. I can talk to you privately about that because it's a little convoluted, a little complicated. You can see that this is an established part of the park. This is phase 10. But in phase 12, you can buy this unit right here for $250 that includes the dormer. And the dormer is, it just makes the place a lot brighter and makes it feel bigger. Like you'd swear that it was bigger when you walk in, and they don't. And then they do have the dormer compared to one that doesn't. It's an 8,000 gallon pool. You can build a pool at any shape or size you want. They go by gallonage. I just love this floor plan. That's the master over there on the left. The secondary bedroom's on the right. That's pool pumps. There's an outdoor shower. That's Coralina is the top that goes around the pool. It stays cool no matter how hot it is. You don't have to worry about your feet burning. The drainage is perfect. They've thought of everything. Casa Linda's been in business 30 years, built about 400 villas or houses. They call them villas here. And again, this was just being cleaned up. I just went in and took some photography while the maids were in there. $100 per bedroom per night plus fees. So this one rents for probably $289 a month. And the details are in the show descriptions of the individual, like this unit. If you look at the show description of this unit that's in the show description of this broadcast, you'll see all the fees. So even if you paid $250 on this thing, with all the Casa Linda fees and the wireless and the cable and the Wi-Fi and the water and the HOA and all the fees, you're still going to net $30,000 American per year on this. So the ROI is pretty good. It's not 1 year like my relocate business, but this isn't a business. This is a residential property. But you can expect to make about $30,000 American per year on this thing. They rent out really well. This is another one that I've got here. It's an 1,800 square foot, 2-bedroom, oceanfront. Ocean Point 1. This guy will hold financing as well. Owner financing is tough to find down here, just like it is everywhere. But this is oceanfront. This is oceanfront as it gets. And he was making $4,000 a month on this thing gross. as a rental when he was doing Airbnb. But right now it's rented for $27.50 per month. So 2-bedroom, 1,800 square foot, oceanfront, rental ready. It's turnkey. And a great patio, barbecue, comes furnished. That's the common pool. Obviously, you don't have private pools when you're in a condo building. It's in great shape. His and her sinks. It was a little messy because the tenant made an exception for me to come through, but that's the look. Basically, out your patio. And that's what the complex looks like. It's gorgeous. It's $449. Yeah, $449. You put $200 down. You can finance $250 with the owner. He's not too concerned about the term or the rate. He just cares about how much you're paying him per month. So if you pay him decently, we're actually working an offer on this right now. I'm hoping to see something soon come together, but this is still available. And at $449 for oceanfront, it's a pretty solid deal, or I wouldn't be showing it to you. Here's the video walkthrough. The fees here are $750 a month. Condo fees. It includes electricity. Most condo fees don't include electricity, so you don't have to worry about how often or long that the tenant or you run the air conditioning. And $750 a month pays for water, electricity, common maintenance, and they keep the place super tranquilo. It's bonito. So again, the links are in the show description. I'm not good. I've already emptied my bladder twice, so I don't need a break here. Let's see what else. What else do we have? Oh, this is a decent one. $130,000 brand new, right behind Superpola. They go up to $202,000. I have a video here loaded that's of the furnished unit. Yeah, $129,200 USD. You can reserve one of these. They're already built. It's a reputable builder. Actually, the guys on the island is a legend. So it's not like build and leave and you're left holding the bag with anything that breaks down or whatever. 5-year warranty on everything but the appliances, the furnishings, obviously. And this is what it looks like. Excuse my shaky hand when it comes to these videos. I gotta get a gimbal. A gimbal? Gimbal. To do a little bit more steady camera work. Really good use of space here. Very efficient use of space, which is pretty common in the Dominican Republic. Building costs down here, let's call it $1,100 per square meter, which is, I don't know, $120 per square foot, and it builds you something like this. Like, seriously. I don't know what your building cost is back home in North America with lumber soaring, but we don't use lumber in the Dominican Republic. Everything's cementa. Poured cement with rebar reinforced. So you can build out here cheaply because the labor costs are a tenth what they are in North America. There's no unions on the island that I know of. No construction unions anyway. So when you need a renovation done, you know, what would cost you 10 grand back home cost you 2,500 here. At least a quarter of it. Now, you still get the same resource costs, materials and stuff like that. Good camera work, Jimmy. Again, this is right off the number 5 behind Superpola Plaza And I'll tell you who the builder is. He's a local legend. But I have clients in here already. There's a couple units left. You can get them at starting at $130 and going to $150. And the rental. This is what $500 if I like you. Even for long term, I'd go $500 on this. We're advertising it for $650. Low season just hit. I can get $650 from November to April on this thing. In fact, I might have it already rented for November to April for $650. So we'll be looking for someone from May till November. But if they don't give me the deposit and you want this May 1st to May 1st, I just quoted somebody $565 per month plus hydro. Again, which my hydro bills are about 1,000 pesos, which is $20 American. Talk to me. I'll work you a deal. This is for a client of mine. This is before we took possession, so it's been recently cleaned. That air conditioner there is brand new now. All the calcium's been scrubbed down from this. So it looks a little better. Those windows really give a lot of light that comes in from the afternoon into the kitchen. And it looks great right now. And this is the back door. You get cross ventilation. You always got a nice breeze here. From noon until 6 o'clock in the afternoon, you get a nice breeze that cross breezes through here. This is a really good location of the building here that allows cross breezes, and there's no like hallway. Your doors don't open up to hallways and cut your circulation off. So this is one of my favorite units, floor plans, and you can get in cheap. Talk to me. $500. Well, yeah. If you took it today for May 1st, I'd probably go $500 for the year. $500 a month. I'm managing it for a client of mine, so it's not my call, but he pretty much trusts me to do what's best for him. So I'm thinking that he wouldn't have any problem with that. So that's it for today. How long we got here? Oh, almost an hour. Enjoy your week. I'll be back later with more hot deals and B12 injections. Peace, love, hug your neighbor, and I am out.